Welcome everyone to my channel Space Remote Sensing and GIS. So as you've seen here nowadays, so many people are actually thinking tension about the air quality of the Delhi. So I just want to tell you like how you will going to check the air quality of some city, okay, and how you will going to understand what is the percentage of the, suppose, the methane or SO2 or CO2, okay, for a particular city. If you want to check, then how we will going to do this in a very easy way, okay, without any kind of downloading and those all things, okay. So because you can do this downloading, and that I already presented in my previous video, so if you go there and you can check about those videos, okay. So let's without wasting much time, we just go to that particular demonstrations, like how we're going to do this. So very first you need to go to the Sentinel data browser. So it is basically the European Space Agency's data browser, and they are giving you some options where you can do the cloud data processing and everything. You can do it there, okay. So to see the particular conditions of a time series, if you want to see, okay. So before I showed you this over the some NDVI data, but now how we're going to do this of the Sentinel P5. So that's I'm just trying to show you over here. So any place if you want to see in the world, suppose I am talking about the New Delhi, so simply type, okay. So it's come to the New Delhi. Now here you just give a focused box like your study area. So I'm just trying to consider this much, suppose, okay. So this should be there. You can adjust by taking from this corner also, okay. Now once you did that, now you can come to here. So here this is a visualizations tools, okay. So I just simply selecting date, but you should not go with like this. Better you can go first here, okay, to search some particular data, okay, because here is SNP5 you have a lot of data sets. So first is you need to select the sensor, okay. So if you click the sensors, so then in the sensors there is a different level of products. You see here a lot of different level of products which is available over here. So now how you will going to download a specific data, then you can simply go in this. So in this particular you can say this data downloading process which I'm showing you, so there is a options called visualizations where you can check before there is data set should download, okay. So let's I will going to show you that. So you need to give a particular date range. I'm giving you date range between suppose 1 month, okay. So 1 month just I'm giving a range so that I can get a full cover of my locations, okay. So now that's all. Now you just click on the search and let's wait for the results to come. So it may take a little bit of time. So and now you see this there's a lot of data sets which will show you. Either if you search from here to click and then it will open, or else you can bring your this, okay. So that accordingly it will show you which scene is covering what particular. So here there is a options which is called written as a visualizations, okay. So if you simply click over the visualizations, okay, so you see here it is loaded visualizations over this particular locations, okay. Now this maybe it is not covered the full Delhi, okay. So we can go for some other data sets. So for that you just need to click back in the search options and just check this one, it is covering on your area or not. Yes, but still we have a gap over here, so we can search some other date again. So for that you can come to the search and see some other date. Let's see this one. Yeah, this is almost covered my area, but we can search for more better option. So finally we found one area which you seen here, it is totally covered the Delhi, and it is showing the percentage was very high over this particular locations, okay. So this is how it is came. Now you want to see the suppose how much it is increased over the last 1 year. So now if you see this it is a continuous high and low values which may be found over here, but what is the condition of last 5 years? If I want to check, then how we're going to check? So here if you see, this is called time series options, okay. So if you click over this chart, so it will going to create your data from, suppose the 1 month, how it is changing. Suppose if you want to focus more over the 3 months, so it will going to start data creations from the 3 months. I will show you the 3 months, then 6 months, and now you can see the similar patterns over there. Now you can see the 1 year. So 1 year you will give you the idea about in winter or in summer or in any other time how the data range is actually changing. Okay, so that will be give you brief idea, just like suppose the winter time. Okay, so here winter time maybe you will found more values because of the stable burning. Okay, and there is air pollution is more high over this particular time, as you've seen here, December time, it is giving the more values. Okay, so see, basically Sentinel P5 is clearly shown is Delhi. It has been facing a continuous high methane. Okay, so if you go for the suppose 1 year also, so first I showed you for over the 1 year, now I'm showing you the 5 year, then I will give you the full explanations about how this is actually happening. Okay, so if you see the 5 years patterns also which will come. Okay, just I did few times back as it is coming so that I can explain what is this actually 5 years. If you see the high methane pollutions over the last 5 years also, with the value staying elevated almost all the time, as you've seen here. Okay, almost all the time it is high. So when we look at last 1 year, okay, just which I showed you earlier, okay, more closely, so then you can see this clear seasonal patterns will be there in the methane. Okay, becomes the highest in a winter, as I mentioned you. Okay, because the cold air traps the pollutant near the ground. Okay, so it's reduced the slightly reduced in the summertime. Okay, when there is a hot air rises, and it helps the gases to disappear. Okay, and it dips bit during the, you can say, the monsoon, due to the rain and the strong winds cleaning the atmosphere. So after the monsoon, the methane it actually starts rising again because of the crop burning. Okay, or it is returned to the winter like conditions. So overall, if you see this overall pattern which we found, this is basically, if you see this monsoon, methane is start rising again because the crop burning and the return of the winter. Okay, like condition is coming actually. So overall, both the long time 5 years trends and 1 year pattern, if you see over here, the same message you will get from the Delhi air remains under the poor and persistent methane pollutants. Okay, so influence of the weather, human activity, and the city heavy emissions, this actually makes the methane serious part of the Delhi air quality problem. Okay, so see, this is a clear trend over the high, how the methane is increasing high over here. So this is the two kind of studies you can compare without downloading the image. Okay, so to just get an idea about this your locations, okay, you nicely use this curve and get an idea about these locations over the time period, how much the methane is increasing or decreasing, or it is applicable for other air parameter like CO2. As I showed you in the list, there's a lot of different parameters will be there which you want to study. Okay, target it, and accordingly you can download the images also. Okay, so after downloading images also you can do these all things, but this is such a great tool which you can use directly over the cloud systems and create this kind of time series graph which give your results more accurate. Okay, and get better understanding about any city conditions immediately if you want to do some study for your environmental analysis. And if you want to download this as a Excel, okay, so that also you can download and you can create your own graphs and own design if you want to make. Okay, so that's all from my side. So if you like this video, please share and subscribe with others. Thank you very much all.